The film begins. After showing a village, we see a woman named Danny in a house, who was repairing the whole house. Her husband is a doctor. Her husband's name is Tad. Now their new house was at a place where the network was not coming properly. Danny had been working on repairing the house for the last few days because the house was very old. Now Danny finds a place in the house where the network is coming. So she calls Ted and talks to him a bit because she was not able to pass her time and was getting bored. Now Ted has to stay in the hospital today due to some work. So Danny has to spend the night alone in the house, and she puts up a tent on the inside side of the house near the door. It was too late to sleep at night. After some time, an unknown man came to the door and he was peeping inside from the window of the door. He talks to Danny, tells her to open the door because her life is in danger. Someone wants to kill her, has entered her house, now you are Danny. She was scared of this man. That's why she refuses to open the door. Obviously, it was foolish to trust any stranger like this. This patient with a fake eye was talking to Danny very lovingly. His tone and expressions also indicated the same. Does he care for Danny and really want to help him? He then tells Danny that okay, if you don't trust me, then it's okay, you call the police because your life is really in danger. Understand what I'm saying? Now after listening to him, Danny is near the door. We were not shown whether he opened the door or not. But along with this we are shown another scene, where we saw that something badly kills the patient with a fake eye. Then we came to know that Danny also died. Has someone killed her in the past or not? It happened as she had said, and now we see the time after a few months where Danny's husband Tat comes to a shop, where old valuable things used to be sold. This shop actually belonged to Danique's twin sister Darcy. Darcy could not see since childhood, that is, she was blind. Along with this, she also has some psychic powers, that is, she was the owner of unique powers of the mind. She could think and see very strange things, which could include ghosts, spirits and witchcraft also. Darcy was very sad about the death of her sister Danny. Now Dad used to come to meet her often. But he did not believe in the nonsense of Darcy. But she claimed that she could feel normal things. That is, such things which are not in the power of a common man to understand. At this time she had a bell in her hand. She tells Ted that this bell was connected to a girl's life, but one day someone killed her, and now I can feel it through this bell, or someone came to give her something which Darcy had made her agree to. It was something special which was connected to the patient with the fake eye because through it Darcy wanted to find out why she killed Danny. And what is he thinking at this time? So now Multum Ted definitely hands over that thing to her. During the conversation, Darcy came to know that Ted has now formed a relationship with another boy, whom he will soon marry. Although it has not been long since Danny died. Now Darcy felt bad about this, but she does not let it show. While telling Darcy about that friend of his, he says that she was my friend earlier, but now because I need some support, we both formed a relationship and have decided to get married and she works in a hospital. Saying this much, he left from there. But we understand that the reason for Dad staying in the hospital that night could be their friendship. Because of which Danny had to spend the night alone. That means he was already cheating on him. Now in the evening, Darcy came to her house. Along with that, she gave the handkerchief of the patient with the fake eye to drink. She puts the handkerchief on the table and keeps something inside it. And after removing her gloves, she touches it. She sees a very shocking thing which she did not expect because she got very scared and tears came in her eyes. Now Darcy goes to one of the stalls. Yes, there was a big wooden box kept there. First she looks at it carefully. Then she comes and sits near it. There are many other strange things lying in this room which were related to some person or the other, whom Darcy can feel, who is no longer in this world. Now we see that Cade has woken up from sleep. He was about to leave for the hospital after getting ready. But his friend stopped him and showed him the pictures in the camera. This camera was actually Danny's which was found by Ted's friend. Now the camera was set in such a way that it could make pictures on its own. In the same way, she shows a picture taken suddenly to Ted. There was Danny's shadow in it. Although it had been a long time since that happened and they put it aside, but her friend feels strange that if Ted now works at night, it means that her friend will also have to stay alone in this house. But she was scared because this was the same house where Danny died. Dad tells her that it is just a matter of a few days, then my duty time will change, so I will have to manage till then. On this her friend said no. As long as you have night duty, I will stay in my own house. When your duty changes, I will come back. Then Dad agrees to her. Her friend had to leave today and before Dad goes to his work, she tells that last night Darcy has sent a strange gift and it was the same wooden box, seeing which both of them were very surprised. She is even more surprised when they come to know that she is standing outside the door. So both of them bring her inside the house. Now no one had even invited her to come. She had come on her own. She had come here to stay for 2 days and Ted's friend was not interested in this. But Ted could not refuse her. Now neither Ted nor his friend would be here. But still Darcy wanted to stay. Now Darcy shows them a wooden box as a gift, which was really strange because inside there was a big doll made of wood. Ted's friend felt very bad after seeing it. When Ted explains to her that when Darcy leaves, I will remove this doll. As long as she is here, please bear it for my sake. Now Dad left, and after some time her friend was also about to leave, but her keys had got lost somewhere. Dad's friend tries a lot to find the keys, but she does not find them anywhere. Darcy was sitting there very comfortably. It seemed as if she already knew what was going to happen here. When Darcy does not find her here, she asks her, "Are you not going to leave now?" She says, "No," and she is forced to stay at home. After some time, Ted's friend comes and sees Jason, that big wooden statue in the sunlight, sitting on a chair at the dining table. Dad's friend feels strange seeing him. She asks Darcy, "Did you take him out?" She gives a very strange answer, "No." Then how did he come out? Now she even thought about this, but then ignoring it, she brings food for Darcy and they talk about something. Ted's friend asks her about her work. When she tells her, she laughs at Darcy in her heart. She believed that Darcy believes in ghosts, spirits and witchcraft like a witch. Darcy asks her, "So how do you feel in this house?" Dad's friend replied that it doesn't feel good. "I was more scared than what happened with your sister." Then Darcy asks her that if a stranger asks you to open the door, will you open the door? So she says no, because I am not that stupid. Hearing this, Darcy gets angry. She says, "My sister was also not stupid and she also did not open the door, but that person with fake eyes is not the patient. Rather it is someone else who has killed him." Son Ted's friend says that if a mad person like that did not kill him, then who would have killed him? Darcy says, a male nurse is Ted's friend and he works in the same hospital where Ted is a doctor. And hearing that the person with fake eye is a patient, Ted feels very strange. But now we see the scene of that night where that man came to Danny's door. Here we come to know that Danny did not open the door, and the person with fake eye also came to help him because at that time someone had entered the house as he had said. He was actually a man wearing flesh who killed Danny brutally. After some time, Dad's friend calls him and tells him that Darcy is very strange. She talks nonsense. She claims that Danik was not kidnapped by the man with fake eyes but by Nurse Nimrai, who works in your hospital and is your partner, and I am not feeling good with him at all. I could not even go to my house. The car keys are lost and I think that he has misplaced the keys. Dad calms her down and tells her to close the door of the room and sleep. She went to her room but she could not sleep. Coming down, she saw that she had fallen asleep sitting on the sofa after being scolded, and now she secretly goes to the wooden statue to check it so that she can see what has come in it. There were 5 clues in the head of the statue. When Dad's friend checked, one of them turned out to be the picture of Danny's sadness. One had teeth and one had a small bottle of blood. But then Darcy woke up and angrily said to put all the things back. Ted's friend puts those things back in the doll's head, and after he leaves, Darcy spends the whole night in front of the doll. But Ted's friend was scared. Now to pass time, she starts watching the video recorded in Dan's camera. There she saw a scary face behind Danny, seeing which she got so scared that the camera fell down from her hand. Then she saw that there is a ghost named Danica in a corner of Rome who scares her. Meanwhile, she also gets her jaws and she leaves from here with the car. Now we see the scene of the hospital where in reality Ted and Danny's Diliani were friends with that nurse. Both are talking to each other. Now after coming home, Ted sees that his friend is not here and Darcy is sitting sadly on the table. When Ted asks about his friend, she replies that she has run away. "I wanted her to see your real face and how bad a person you are, but my sister's ghost scared her and she got jealous. I know the truth that you are the person who got my sister killed because you fell in love with your friend. You only wanted to grab my sister's wealth, which that poor girl had already transferred to your name. I kept thinking that some crazy person killed her, and I even took revenge from that patient with fake eye. But he really wanted to help my sister, and her real murderer is you, and yes, I know that now you will send someone here so that he can kill me, but it will be better that you send that murderer." That is, after listening to the nurse, Ted says, "How can you even think like this? And how did all these things come to your mind? If you doubt me, then let's go to the detective who is working on Denham's case," but Darcy still does not believe him. Dad says, "Okay, take this. I am keeping my phone here and going to the detective. I will tell him to call you and tell you, you take whatever call comes." Saying this, he leaves, and now we see that scene of Margie where Ted was sitting with his fellow killer nurse, planning to kill Danny. Yes, Darcy was absolutely right. He had fallen in love with his friend and wanted to get Danny's property. He was only interested in money. He did not love Danny, and on his saying, the nurse killed Danny because the real Sai was the one who enjoyed killing people. But the question arises that what is the man with fake eyes in this word? So the fact is that even though he was mentally unstable, he was a good person at heart. He was not a murderer. He had heard Ted and Nat's conversation, so he went to save Danny that night, but Danny did not believe him. And she was killed, and because the suspicion was on that man, Darcy killed him. That is why he said that he took revenge from that man. After this, we see that Ted has made a plan to kill Darcy as well. While leaving, he took out a tile from the floor so that when she comes to pick up the phone, she falls down from that place. He also gave this task to the nurse, that now you have to kill Danique's sister Darcy as well. He agreed to this task and happily leaves for her house. Now he calls the house number from the hospital number, and as Darcy moves forward to pick up the phone, she falls down as per the plan. The nurse was there. First her eyes fell on the wooden doll and then on Darcy, who was badly injured. She had a deep injury on her head and due to excessive bleeding she dies soon. But here comes a new twist. Now as we know that Darcy had full faith in things like recall magic, so there was a twist in her death. The oath was fulfilled and she already knew about her death, so deliberately she did not even try to save herself, and now as soon as she dies, the wooden doll suddenly becomes alive. He started chasing the nurse and attacked her. The nurse ran away to save her life, but suddenly she fainted. When he opened his eyes, he found himself tied on the hospital bed and Darcy was standing in front of him. He blamed the nurse for Darcy's death. On which the nurse started pleading in front of him, that I promise I will not tell anything to anyone. You just leave me. On this Dart says no. I cannot do such a big stupidity, because if I leave you then the doubt will come on me, that why I could not recognize a mad person like you, but if I do not leave you then you will be saved, because who is Bala? Will he believe you that a wooden doll came to life and attacked you? This tells us that Ted is a very selfish and deceitful person who used to use people very cleverly, and he used almost everyone. He even killed his wife. Now Darcy could have killed the nurse, but she was not going to spare him so easily. Rather she wanted to torment him. Like he killed Danny and tortured many people and made them suffer. Also, when he was a nurse, he also did atrocities with many people. Now a patient came to take his revenge from the nurse, and he bites his finger, due to which he started suffering badly. After this we see that Ted, who was looking very upset, came to his house. He sees the same bull about which Darcy told the story. He tries to call the soul of the boy with whom this bull was associated by ringing the bull. But strangely nothing happened. This makes Ted think that maybe there is no such thing as supernatural and Darcy is just a fraud. Along with this, we also came to know that Ted's friend also left him. This means that Darcy's change towards her sister was complete, because Ted's whole life was ruined, and then we see a very shocking scene. The spirit of the boy who was the bull comes and stands with Ted. Which means that now Ted is also not going to survive, and with this the story of this film also ends here.